All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're going to break down an absolutely incredible and totally free workflow that lets you build professional apps and websites. And the best part, you don't need to be a designer or a coder to do it. Let's dive in.
So you have that one idea, right? That brilliant app idea that's been rattling around in your head. You just know it could be a game changer if you could just build it. But then reality hits. You're not a designer, and hiring a good one can cost a small fortune. So that amazing idea just kind of sits there. It's a super common, super frustrating problem, and today we are going to solve it. Okay, so let's talk about the big problem here and why most of the AI tools you might have tried just don't cut it. They promise a lot, but when it comes to creating a truly polished professional design, they almost always fall short. And here's exactly why they fail. Generic AI tools are basically just guessing. They throw things together, which leads to an inconsistent vibe, weirdly random spacing, and buttons that just don't match. It ends up looking, well, unprofessional. The Google workflow we're looking at today is completely different. It's built on rules, which means you get a design that's consistent, locked in, and professional every single time. The magic behind this entire workflow comes from two, again, free Google tools, Google Stitch and Google AI Studio. Think of it like this. Stitch is where we create the design blueprint, and AI Studio is where we bring that blueprint to life and make it actually work. Together, they are a seamless pipeline from idea to a real live app. So let's start at the beginning with the foundation. The very first step is all about building your design blueprint with Google Stitch. This is where we create what I like to call our rulebook. You know, the real secret sauce here is this concept of a design system. It's so important. Before Stitch even thinks about building a single screen, it first creates a set of rules for your entire project. It locks in your colors, your fonts, your button styles, everything. This is the secret to getting that consistent professional look across your whole app. This rulebook is what takes the AI from just guessing to actually designing. It's what makes every screen feel like it belongs to the same product. And it's what lets you go from just a raw idea to something that looks professionally designed in like under a minute. It's wild. But what if you're not a design person? What if you can't describe the vibe you're going for? Well, this is where things get truly magical. You don't have to describe it, you can just show it. Check this out. It's called the URL trick. All you do is find a website with a look and feel that you absolutely love. You copy its URL, paste it right into Stitch, and the AI literally goes and reads the entire site. It extracts the visual DNA. We're talking colors, fonts, icons, even how round the corners of the buttons are, and it builds a brand new, custom design system just for you. And if that wasn't cool enough, Stitch also spits out this little file called design.md. Just think of it as a portable cheat sheet of all your design rules. You can literally take this file to other coding tools and your entire design system travels with you, making sure everything stays consistent no matter where you're working. Okay, so the AI has given you a first draft. It looks pretty good, but, it's rarely perfect on the first try. So now let's get into the next phase, making it perfect without ever having to start over. Instead of just mashing the regenerate button and praying for a better result, Stitch gives you surgical control. You can use your voice or just type in commands to make specific fixes, like add a dark overlay to this image to make the text more readable. You can explore new layouts for any part of the page, and you can test it all with an instant prototype. And that Generate Variations panel is incredibly powerful. Let's break it down. If you're close but not quite there, use Refine for tiny little tweaks. If you want to see some more creative options, switch it over to Explore. And if a whole section just is not working for you, Reimagine starts that one part over from scratch while keeping everything else perfectly consistent. It's like having a creative co-pilot. This next feature is an absolute game changer. I mean it. Before you commit to a single line of code, you can actually experience how your app feels to a user. This is a step that used to be so difficult and so time-consuming. With the instant prototype feature, you get a full-on clickable preview of your app. You can actually click from the landing page to the dashboard just like a real person would. And this is crucial. You can instantly see how it all looks and works on a desktop, a tablet, and a phone, so you know it's going to be perfect on every screen size. All right, let's take a breath. Your design is locked in. It looks professional, the user experience feels right, and it works on every device. Now we make it real. This is the final step, the last leg of the journey. This is where we turn that beautiful picture into a fully functional product. We're moving from our design blueprint in Stitch over to that powerhouse we mentioned earlier, Google AI Studio. And you might be thinking, oh, this is where it gets complicated. But the transition couldn't be simpler. You just hit Export in Stitch and choose AI Studio. That's it. Everything, your designs, your prompts, that all-important design system, it all just moves over seamlessly. Your styling, your fonts, your spacing, it all stays perfectly intact. No more broken designs.
So once you're inside AI Studio, you just use a simple chat window to build real working features. You can literally tell it, build me a search bar that takes a date and a destination, and it will write the code to make that happen, to actually pull and display data. This isn't just a picture anymore, it's a real working tool.
And once your app is fully built and working just the way you imagined, getting it out into the world is this easy. To share your creation with anyone, you simply click Publish. You connect it to a Google Cloud project and boom, your app has a live URL that anyone on the internet can visit. It is that straightforward.
Now look, are these tools going to replace the top 1% of world-class designers? Maybe not today. But that's not really the point. What this workflow does is it dramatically raises the floor. It gives anyone, founders, marketers, you, the power to build professional-looking, truly functional tools for free. The barrier to entry has just been obliterated.
This is a genuine upgrade for anyone building things in the age of AI. It literally hands you the keys to both design and development. So I guess the only question left to ask is, what are you going to build first?